Okay, here we are in game 2. Opening up with a questionable hand. No way to get white mana, so this is a bit of a mulligan. If I do draw a Dune Mover, I'm more than happy to put a land on top of my deck with this hand. This is tricky. I'm on the play. I have 2 spells to cast. Oof. This deck is pretty mana hungry. But mulliganing is usually so bad and limited. So because this is playable, it's not a good hand. But it is playable. I have my 2 main colors. If this was, for example, 2 swamps, I would be pretty scared of it. I really want to get the first toxic on there, so for these 2 creatures that can proliferate, there we go. Easy game. And it might have been technically better to cast that, but cast that in main phase 1. But I wasn't going to do anything with it, and that's just a trigger to walk through. Alright, cool. I get to cast 2 things. No, I think I just cast 1 thing. Probably attack with this and don't do anything with it. There's no... Oh, there is make 2 pests, but 2 pests can't block. Not pests. I have memories of other formats. I'm not using any of the oil to gain lifelink, for example, because I'd probably want to use it for Death Touch to get my Toxic through, because that's a big part of my win condition, getting them to Corrupted. Also a big part of the win condition. Okay, Sheoldred just loves to show up, and I appreciate it. Okay, 1 turn later, we're gonna start gaining some life. Actually, yeah, because as far as I know, flying doesn't help. One of these is going to get through no matter what. Unless they have, you know... Okay, pump spell, they're going to eat something. That's fine. 2 toxic still gets through, and that is not around for this crazy spell. Normal white removal doesn't deal with it. I'm not corrupted, so it dodges one of the black common removal. Oil doesn't do anything on this. We're in a pretty great position. They agree. Okay, we didn't see hardly anything. 3-color deck with a combat trick and a 2-drop, which is, I don't know, aside from the 3-color nature, that is this format in a nutshell. 2 drops and combat tricks. I can't imagine what else I could glean from that for sideboarding, so let's just go in again. Okay, this is easy. 1 lander, can't do it. Again, not great, but, you know, 6 cards, what are you going to hope for? Because I have a prominent double black spell in my deck, I'm going to put back the other island. Okay, Duress actually got something. That's impressive. I guess turn 1, Duress is going to get something most of the time. But it's also not like this spell was never going to be worth a card. It was only going to be worth some tempo. Okay. Well, now it's important to play this pre-combat so I can get my first Toxic on there. And next turn, I don't know if I'll do anything depending on what they cast. Feels like they're contemplating using a removal spell. Okay, that'll kill everything of a certain mana value. Is it both players? For each non-land permanent. Yes, so that harms both players equally. We each have a 2-drop. Okay. Yes, I want to punish them for blocking this, if that's what they choose to do. I don't mind as much if 2 real damage fails to get through. Because this doesn't do anything, and they have the Silex, you know what, I'm going to just do this first. Yeah, this doesn't do anything on this board. I don't really have a good way to force it through. They have the Silex. Even though it might seem smart to hold it, like, if they spend this card to remove my 2 cards, they're also removing one of theirs. Like, it's still a 2 for 2. I'm not really losing anything here. They do have red mana, but they're passing on red mana. I will not use this because I have so many proliferate effects in my deck. If they want to block the poison now, or block the toxic now, that's fine. Still getting damage in. They're corrupted. Yeah, so now let's see who draws better to play a permanent that actually affects the game. I'm very happy with that. They no longer have red mana. They've already played their land for the turn. I still have a very healthy life total. I don't need to just throw away a potentially useful oil there. So this costs 3 to crack. I can't cast the thing I get anyway. So I am just going to hold up Bring the Ending. I'm not in a commanding position, but if they chose to do that, okay, they're in desperation mode. They are looking for any permanent that could possibly affect the board. They've already blanked this once. So I'm going to say it's less likely they can blank that versus blanking the rat. And just take all my game actions pre-combat because I'm lazy and I don't think they can do anything. That time, don't take game actions because maybe I need to Bring the Ending something. Now they're just dead because they haven't cast anything. I guess, you know, they have 5 cards in hand, so they're going to do something. It could all be land. No, they have 2 mana to resolve this spell. Alright, dead in 2 turns. I'm glad their exile effect went toward the thing that doesn't have a dies trigger. Yeah, and now it's too little too late. Well, I guess it's not. If they can deal with Testament Bearer with either white or exile-based removal, then they're going to stabilize. 4 turns is a long time, but they cannot.